everyone, welcome to Buy Now, Sell Now, the weekend edition. This is the show where we answer all of your individual queries as well as address one lucky investor's portfolio. So let's start our show by welcoming our two experts then to talk us through the fundamentals as well as the technicals of the markets as well as your individual stocks. Joining us on the technicals is Amar Singh. He is the head advisory with Angel Broking for the technicals, and we also have Milan Sharma now from Rivergate Capital Partners to advise us on the fundamentals. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us on Buy Now, Sell Now weekend. Without any further ado, let's bring on board our very first query and tell you what are the stocks that we will be talking about today in the show. Ujjivan Financial as well as SAIL will be the two queries that we'll be talking about, and later on the show we will be discussing the portfolio that belongs to Pankaj Kumar from New Delhi. So let's bring on board our very first query on Ujjivan Financial Services. We have our investor Shreyas Sajjan from Bengaluru who has sent in his question. Now he says he has bought 160 shares of Ujjivan Financial which he has purchased at a price point of 366 rupees per share. He wants to know if he must hold or sell, and he has a long-term time horizon. Let's tell you a bit about Ujjivan Financial, which by the way was a result candidate and just on Thursday or Friday did release its Q2 numbers. It was a better quarter. The loss did manage to narrow. NIMs as well as the asset quality did improve for Ujjivan Financial Services on a sequential basis. So does this prospect still hold for Ujjivan Financials? Will we still see better days? Let's first find out from our fundamental expert. Let's understand from Amar then on the technicals for Ujjivan Financial. And you know, Amar, it's just moved about 2% in terms of returns from the cost price for our investor. In that light, at 373, how does Ujjivan Financial look on the technicals?
Yeah, overall looking at Ujjivan Financials on the technical side, what we're seeing is the stock definitely has breached a major resistance level. Earlier it was 350 or so and trading consistently above that. And it's 7th September high of 381. That's going to be the next level of resistance. But technically on the charts it's strong on the daily and the weekly, so clearly reflecting that there is some upside to it. But I would watch out for one level, and that's 381. Consistently trading above that level, the stock is poised higher towards 397, 400 levels. And the crucial support level to watch out for is 352.
All right, those are some technical levels that you may watch out for Ujjivan Financial, and consensus call on the technicals as well as the fundamentals is a hold as of now. Let's move on and bring on board our next query, and it's coming in from Sendil Rajti from Chennai. Now he says he has bought 1,000 shares of SAIL purchased at 63.5 rupees per share with a 5-year time horizon. He wants to know if he must hold it, and he also has a long-term time horizon. In fact, he's looking at 5 years, like I said precisely. Amar, what's your stance on the way the technicals have been moving for SAIL?
Yeah, overall looking at the technicals for SAIL, if you look at it, it has been a slow starter. But technically it's now very strong on the charts, be it the daily or the weekly or the monthly. So clearly reflecting that there is an further upside to the stock, and once the stock breached the 70 level of resistance, and it's currently trading around 87. So the trend definitely remains positive. Any pullback towards 82, 83 can be used as a buying opportunity. And also the levels to watch out for is one is 90, 91, because that's one level of resistance. If that is taken out, then it is headed higher towards 100, the psychological mark. And we also need to remember that SAIL still has a long way to go, because if you look at the recent past, last few years, in June 2014, it had made a high of 112, 113. So what it means is that this stock still hasn't really witnessed a significant upside. So definitely one would advise the stock, means the investor, to hold this stock from a medium-term to long-term perspective.
Okay, so a whole call, yes, the fundamentals are looking good, especially with the way the cycle for steel companies has been, changing. Of course, SAIL has shown a bit of a late reaction to that, but nevertheless, maybe good times ahead for SAIL, especially with the rally that we have seen. Well, there you have it. I hope we've been able to answer your queries on Ujjivan Financial as well as SAIL. We'll slip into a very short break around right here on Buy Now Sell Now weekend, and let's talk about the Indian markets. And well, the Nifty has had quite an eventful ride in the week gone by, with it finally shutting shop at fresh record highs. 10,450 is where the Nifty shut shop on Friday's session, with gains of 1.25% coming in. And it certainly was the broader markets all the way that did manage to once again steal all the attention, and more so for the small cap index, which was definitely, the cynosure of all eyes. 3.9% of gains, or 325 points of gains clocked in for the small cap index in the last 5 days. Amar, you have advised our viewers 3 buy calls on the technicals. Run us through them.
Yeah, the first one is from the technology pack, that is KPIT. What we've seen is that this stock has rallied significantly already from 100 levels to 150 levels in the last couple of months. So still the trend remains positive. So any pullback towards 149, 150 can be used as a buying opportunity, with a stop loss of 144 and a target of 159. The next stock to look at is ONGC. What we've seen in ONGC is that ONGC hadn't really participated in this rally, but it built a very strong base around 150, 160 levels, and from there it has gained by almost 20% and currently around in 188, 189 levels. So this can be a level to buy with a stop loss of 183.50 and a target of 198.
Okay, well, there you have it. Some top technical picks coming in from Amar. Amar, have you covered National Aluminium as well?
Yeah, looking at National Aluminium, what we've seen is that this stock is also positive across different time frames, and it has also witnessed a steep rally. So any pullback towards 93, 94 can be used as a buying opportunity, with a stop loss of 91 and a target of 99.
Gentlemen, both of you, thanks so much then for joining us on Buy Now Sell Now weekend and helping our viewers out with their queries. Really appreciate that, and thank you viewers for tuning into this edition of the show. From me and the entire team that put the show together, it's a goodbye.